Hi there everyone, hope you're all well and welcome back to a new video. Today is going to be all based around moving averages, specifically the EMA, what it is, how to use it, and the best ones that I have personally found work well for me. So let's just quickly get into it. Don't want to waste anyone's time. So initially, let's very quickly look at what is a moving average. So it's a very common thing that many people do use in the market, whether it's identifying trends, whether it's identifying entries. A lot of people use them. So the EMA, which is what we are going to be using, it's basically used to smooth out price over a specified time. So basically, it just allows you to spot trends, reversals, things like that, a little bit easier, and it just adds a little bit of confluence to the trades that you are trading. So I would never say that the EMA itself is something that you should be trading on its own. And what I mean by that is having a moving average on your chart and then just buy and sell in when price hits it. That's not something that I would personally say to do. But obviously, using it as a confluence, that's the way that I would do it. So let's say you've got 2 or 3 reasons to buy in a specific area. If you have an EMA supporting that, great, use it as an additional confluence. So the EMA stands for the exponential moving average, and this basically is a bit more weighted towards recent price action. So basically, it's a little bit quicker, it's a little bit more reactive, and I have personally found that it's the best EMA, or the moving average, should I say, that you can use. So if we look at a chart here, there's 3 different EMAs on this chart when we're looking at it. I would probably say the 50 is going to be our best bet. So depending on the EMA, the lower the EMA, the more it's going to get hit, if that makes sense. So the 200 EMA will be hit less than the 100. The 100 will be hit less than the 50. But the 50 is very good to use as support and resistance. So if we're looking at a chart, assuming you only have one EMA, this blue one is the 50, you can see that it's quite very well respected when price hits it. So if you see here, this is the EMA. So this lower one is the 50. You see, you've got a touch, a touch, a touch, a touch. Price then broke the 50 and then went up to the 100, and then the 100 worked as well. So not every single time the EMA is reached, it's going to work, like you can see up here. However, there's a good chance that if you have a few confluences in a specific area, that you will actually end up profiting from the position, and I hope that makes sense. So basically what we would look in this example here is that your EMA realistically is just another form of support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you want to call it. It is literally just part of that. So as I mentioned in the previous example, it can be used as an additional confluence. So if you are looking to get into a position, then it can be looked at. So for example, this here, assuming that we had confluence in and around this blue area, this EMA coming across could be used as an additional confluence because it's going to be used as resistance. So let's say I've got a profit taking high, I might have a Fibonacci, a trend line, whatever it may be. That's going to then push into this area, and then I've got the EMA as well for us to look at. And that's basically all you need to know about the moving average and specifically how to use it. Okay, it's just an additional reason to enter a trade. So as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, the EMAs are basically going to be there a lot of the time. So you might not even be actively trading EMAs, but a lot of trades you take might include them. And that's basically what I started to realize. So you might want to chart up your normal areas on the chart or where you think there's going to be a reaction, add EMAs to the chart, and then following that, you might end up in a good spot with an EMA in and around that area. What I've previously said is that the 50 EMA is the best. I'm going to go onto the charts after this and go over it for you. But I would say the 50 EMA is going to be our best EMA for support and resistance, and also reversals. So if you are looking at the market, 50 EMA is going to be very good just to be using for trends and obviously just finding out where price might currently turn around. So what we'll do then now, I will go over some chart examples and we will see exactly how to use the EMA. So I'm currently now looking at silver. Silver is a very good pair when it comes to support and resistance. So I just want to break down exactly what's going on. And as you can see, the EMA is on the chart. So if we just look very quickly left to right, if we look at the EMA, all we can see straight away is that here, you've had it respected a couple times. Here was respected. You had bounces here. Break, retest, bit of a cluster. Break, retest, it worked again. Another retest here. Price then came, retested. And that's basically all this 50 EMA does. Obviously, like I say, sometimes if price moves sideways, it's not going to be the best tool. But if you have a trending market and a bit of direction, as you can see here, it can be really used to help your trading and also obviously find reversals and the ends of the trend. So if you, for example, have a chart that has been going one way for quite a long time, so let's have a look. You might have something like this where price moving down, 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 down. Here, price did kind of a little bit of a fake out and then came back and respected it. We then had price hold this level, which was actually market structure, with that EMA. So then there, you might say, well, prices broke out of the EMA. I'm now having a retest of structure, which it didn't have here, and therefore I can now look to get into a position. Same again here. You might say price was trending up. I've had a break of structure. Price has come back. Here, the EMA wouldn't really be used, but you can see how it obviously would work. So the biggest thing for me, I used to use EMAs, and I've done a video on it actually, the strategy that first got me funded. So if you want to watch that, you can. This is basically what I was looking at and how I was trading. So if I had the 50 EMA, I was in like the 15-minute time frame. If I had like a clean break and retest of structure with a Fibonacci and also an EMA, then I would basically be getting into that trade. So something like this, that would have been great. That's me just hitting take profit on a trade. Here, not really. But you can just see how overall, when the market is moving in direction, this EMA is acting as support. When you see price moving down, if I can just find one over here, when it's moving down, price can act as resistance. And it's as easy as that. So when you are looking at your chart, no matter what strategy you trade, if you just basically look at the charts, see what's going on, and then use these areas as additional confluence to find areas within the market. And I'm hopeful that that makes sense to all of you. So if you want to learn the strategy, by all means, link is in the description. Any comments or questions, please leave them below. 3 YouTube videos a week is what I am doing at the moment, so subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.